Sorry, that's one day. Gang, folks, what the fuck?
You double exclamation mark.
Cause what's the wire, man? Damn, folks, so what's your name, though, folks? What the fuck is this shit?
BK on at BS smiling face with sunglasses.
You already know that. Oh, so no.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers.
Since when you stream the Bezrali sneezing face?
Shit.
Holmgren can't hit.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
And for a power forward, he can
get
up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets.
Got time to play this shit, man. It's working right now.
Boy, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander just slicing his way inside. No doubt on the finish.
Well, the ascension of Jalen Williams-Dors has been swift and very fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely, Kevin. He became very quickly in his second season a number 2 option and, frankly, borderline 1A option. And it's not just his offensive game, Kevin. This guy has become a stout defender. He's got the perfect NBA frame, and he fits in personality-wise.
13 feet away. The rebound by Jason Tatum.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Well, off the dribble, Jason Tatum continues to perfect multiple options in his arsenal.
And while we've got a moment, I'd send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks. Mark Dagnall and I got a chance to talk for a bit. He knows how much Jason Tatum can impact a game. Coach told me Tatum has improved the way he reads the game, how he responds to a defense. He's faster. That means we have to be crisp with how we rotate and send a double. Not a lot of wiggle room on the floor when Tatum is processing information. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thanks. Inside, and it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Now here's Williams. A 3. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot.
And an excellent defender. The way Holiday disrupts and stays active and engaged on this end, outstanding.
Tatum drives in. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Pass to Williams. Here's Hartenstein. Screen by Hartenstein. Back to Holmgren. Pull from the top of the key. Rebounded by Tatum.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
It's safe to say Jason Tatum is a bona fide superstar.
He certainly is, Kevin, and really been a big-time star from the time he was 23 years old. Lots of pressure on this young player, but Jason's not only embraced it, he's thrived under it.
The kick out to Brown. Right side Tatum. Over in the corner, White. The shot missing. Oklahoma City trailing. Pass to Hartenstein. Back to Wallace. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And Brown now atop the key. Three-pointer. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
That three-point shooting sets up every aspect of Jaylen Brown's game. What a pretty shot.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Now here's Williams. No scoring in this one. Pass to Wiggins. Back to Williams. Oklahoma City moving it around. Misses from short range.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this
Happening.
close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Brown down low. Lays it up and breaks it in. Brown's got 5 now.
Oh, that's almost too easy for Jaylen Brown. We see you, sir.
Over in the corner, Williams. Back to Wallace. Over to the wing. And stolen by White. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the
Boston shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team up around 81%.
Williams, that's for 2. And so the first quarter is in the books. Celtics lead by 5. And we'll be back shortly for the start.
13.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. The shot's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Well, Doris, both you and I had the honor of being in that 2020 bubble in Florida. Any memories from Orlando?
I think, Kev, just how unique the setting was, and I have to give some props to the players. No fans, no normalcy, away from their families for extended periods, and yet they were able to lock in and give us some incredible moments.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scores on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin, sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that.
But he's got the green light. Porzingis understands. Be ready on the catch.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He wants to talk to his guys.
Boy, that was some shit. That was some shit.
Face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy,
Oh
face
no,
with
that was
tears
some
of joy,
shit.
face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy.
Fool ass. Ain't you want no match for that shit, man. I might lose this shit. Fool ass got a good ass record on phone now. But at the same time, that record shit don't be meaning shit.
You.
P. Benz, what's the word, man? Niggas see my record, they be. Let me do everything I can to win. Weak ass niggas.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up.
Face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy.
Doris Burke here at the table. And on the sideline, David Aldridge.
Yeah, that was my project this week.
And he saw the play develop.
Put Brunson on Caruso.
It was a really good
Yeah,
run, for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay?
And so it's the Thunder getting on the board first. 5 on the clock. New York needs to get off a shot. Brunson, that's a two-pointer. And they turn over the 20.
Yeah, this nigga clicking off and shit, folks. Hold on, folks. I got something for all that shit. Don't worry about it. He don't got Caruso up in the game, though.
4-second buzzer signaling the shot clock violation. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Screen by Wiggins. Shoots over Anunoby. Top of the key jumper, no good.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
And Brunson gets it to go.
Well, this is the very definition of Jalen Brunson's game. His ability to get past defenders and create for himself or his teammates. That is nicely done.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
Then put him on Dort.
Pass to Williams.
I like that.
Holmgren the screen. From 20 feet out. Misses off the left iron.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
The ultimate glue player, Josh Hart. Doris, he plays way bigger than his listed 6'4" height.
I'm going to be honest with you, Kevin. This is the best rebounding guard I've ever seen in my career covering the NBA. Let's remember, he won a national title in college. He's willing to do absolutely anything to help his team win. You want this guy on your side.
And so here is New York. The Thunder making the shot. On the wing, Anunoby. Bridges inside. And the layup falls.
Well, we know this. Mikal Bridges has the length and hops to score inside. Nicely done.
For three, Holmgren. The Knicks with the lead. And the short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an elite scorer. Coach Mark Daigneault said the sign of a good player is being a source of reliable offense. At the same time, he's learned to impact the game in other ways, and that's why he's a really good player. He's not just a hired scorer. Kevin?
Totally agree, D.A. He is a franchise cornerstone type of guy. And we thank you for the report.
Too far back.
Wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander.
What?
Screen by Wiggins. From downtown. And the three ball is good.
Well, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander facilitating for his team right now. What a pretty pass.
Pass to Brunson. .125 left here in the first quarter. Down low. Anunoby. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two at the free throw line.
Yo, what's good?
And with each passing season, maybe OG Anunoby seems to keep getting more and more versatile.
You are exactly right, Kevin. What we know unequivocally is this is one of the best cross-positional defenders in the league. One of those guys that's truly capable of guarding 1 to 5. But his willingness to be a three-point threat and offensive rebound and put it on the deck is exactly what you're talking about.
The first one falls. One of the best 3-and-D wings in the league. Well, let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability. Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
Yes, too weak.
.112 left from the first quarter of the game. Here's Holmgren. 6 to shoot. Holmgren the screen. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And that one drops for him.
And guys, you can't allow Holmgren to gain confidence from the mid-range. He'll burn you when you give him those looks.
Now, here's Hart. Nothing on the board. For three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Brunson. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Long
What's that nigga doing?
7'6" wingspan, Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
And the Thunder making a switch here. The kick out to Towns. Back to Brunson. To the paint. And Towns throws it down.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Mikal Bridges pulls it down. The kick out to Anunoby. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Thunder lead by 2. And for
How streaming going?
Shit going decent.
some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play.
Decent shit.
And for the Thunder guys, what stands out to you so far?
I love their effort contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Well, as a shooter, when the ball is sent back in your direction enough times, it can certainly have an impact on your mind.
New York trailing. Doris, do you think the Oklahoma City Thunder has the best young core in the NBA?
Well, they are absolutely loaded with talent, Kevin. Not only that, they fit together. Now they've got a perennial MVP because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has inserted himself into the best player in the game conversation, and a rising star in Chet Holmgren. Look out.
And New York making a change here.
Number 8, OG Anunoby.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Offline with his three. McBride with the ball. Anunoby outside. Wants to get it to Robinson and does. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Well, exactly where you want Robinson taking advantage offensively. Use the length and size to score inside.
Holmgren in the corner. Pass to Caruso. Back to Holmgren. Now, here's Dort. 6 on the shot clock. Driving in. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
This guy makes easy work getting through the lane. No one getting in Lou Dort's way on that one. Smart decision.
The second chance effort. Robinson misses. On the wing, Anunoby. And there's the foul. We'll go on Alex Caruso. That is his first foul of the game. So both teams making some changes here.
Substitution on the court.
Now McBride. Hasn't made one yet. Clock at 6. To the inside. Here's Achua. The dunk by Achua.
Not a ball stopper on the wing. Bridges with the help.
It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. If you mention the best players in the NBA, Doris, you have to mention Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. How's he made the leap so fast?
Yeah, Kevin, this is an interesting growth and development story because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has shocked everybody. He can get to any spot on the floor. He's one of the most relentless drivers in the game. You have to respect his three-point threat, which balances out that dribble drive game, and he's willing to compete defensively. Sky is the limit for this young man.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin, the Thunder are young, but they figured out how to win. Defensive ace Lou Dort talked about their chemistry. He said nobody cries about shot selection or anything like that. We know what each player can do. We just really want to see the team win and succeed. Kevin, you see that in their play.
Don't you, David? Every single game. Pulling in the right direction. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Good.
Well, Shai
Bro, how the
Gilgeous-Alexander
fuck,
shows
bro?
he's not afraid to draw contact.
Fuck.
Now gets to the free throw line.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Doris, the way this Knicks roster was put together,
Ooh, though,
they
you
have
gonna
a
get
great
tired of
level
seeing
of
that, though.
physicality.
Kevin, if you think about it, with the way the rules are starting to trend back toward that level of physicality, they've got an opportunity to be successful. They also have a big-time star in Jalen Brunson, so there's a lot to like about the future.
Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. And the Thunder making a change here. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Wallace outside. Pass to Williams. Back to Wallace. Inside. Williams in the post. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams.
Josh Hart. Mikal Bridges.
Here's Brunson. Good. Brunson, no fear down low.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Caruso. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Caruso's got his first 2 points. And here's Brunson. Out left to the wing. New York moving the ball around. Back to Bridges. Shot clock at 6. With the floater. And there's the bucket as Brunson finishes it off. Brunson's got 6.
Superb touch on the teardrop. Jalen Brunson so good with the floater.
It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable. Yeah, the defender all over.
For New York, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And the first one drops.
From New York, Karl-Anthony Towns.
And Towns drops them both.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. New York ahead, leading by a point. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
I really should have picked the Rockets, though.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. The Thunder have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. What are some of the tricks of the trade in that regard?
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, you know, getting the cadence.
Doris, what about that dunk?
That was special. My goodness.
Unbelievable. You think of Bridges as understated, not that flashy, and then he does that.
Holmgren gets the bucket. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Brunson outside. Back to Bridges. That falls. Nice speed that time from Brunson. Bridges got 7 points in the game.
You've got to be aware and stay attached to Mikal Bridges beyond that arc. This guy dangerous as a shooter.
And an eye 24-9. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
Though there's a calmness to Jalen Brunson, there's also a competitive fire. And, boy, from range, look out.
Here's Wiggins. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Wiggins has got his second bucket.
And, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
To the middle. Here's Anunoby. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Well, the ascension of Jalen Williams, Doris, has been swift and very fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely, Kevin. He became very quickly in his second season a #2 option and, frankly, borderline 1A option. And it's not just his offensive game, Kevin. This guy has become a stout defender. He's got the perfect NBA frame, and he fits in personality-wise.
Pass to Holmgren. Now Wiggins. Back to Holmgren. To the inside. Gilgeous-Alexander. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
To the paint. Here's Towns. Another shot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Towns is so difficult to guard, and it doesn't matter if he's inside or outside. He's tough.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
When he was dialed in at the line a season ago, 87% from the line.
We know, Doris, that Towns might already be one of the best shooting bigs ever.
But Kevin, he flat stated and called himself the best shooting big of all time. He has an argument because not only has he shot the ball incredibly well from deep, even as his volume has gone up, his efficiency stays the same. This is a gifted offensive post player. Yeah, this team is at its best when Towns is looking to establish himself on the interior.
Williams scanning the floor. Outside Williams. Wallace right side. And it's in there.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
The Knicks with the lead. Now here's Brunson. 9 points in the game so far. Up top, Hart. Brunson barreling in. Williams with the block. Pass to Williams. And a slam by Williams.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Brunson goes in. Ooh, the quick Jalen Brunson.
Boy, how highly skilled is Jalen Brunson with the ball in his hands. The ability to get anywhere on the floor that he wants to go.
Pass to Caruso. The kick out to Williams. That's the free fly. Hands it from downtown. And the Thunder lead by 2. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
And that one is good.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
It's a tie game in Oklahoma City. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter.
The Knicks, 42.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Here's Payne. McBride with the ball. Down low. Here's Anunoby. And Anunoby slams it in.
The vertical emoji, Anunoby. me. Go ahead, sir. Finish with authority.
Here's Joe. Out to the right wing. Knocked loose. And here's the fast break. Here's Towns. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Well, this team relies, obviously, on Towns for great productivity, and this guy is as reliable offensively as you get.
Pass to Chang. Joe with it. Chang, a screen. No good on the 3. The Knicks leading by 4. And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and really taking it to the defense.
Boy, when these bigs like Karl-Anthony Towns show off that power, you've got to love it.
Offensive rebound. Hartenstein. And he gets it to go.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
No doubt, keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
Achua, no good.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Inside. Back to Joe. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. And now let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
During that last break, Coach Mark Daigneault talked to his team. They were asking the team to play faster, push the ball. Coach told the players, hey, look, in this league, fast break points are the easiest. We need more of them. Can't argue with that. Devin?
Thanks so much, David. And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He knows every possession is critical now. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 to shoot. This one for 3. Karl-Anthony Towns with the rebound. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. A great 4th quarter, just giving up 2 points. Drives to the hoop. Nice defense from Dort.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Hey, right there. It's rebounded by New York.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. Got to be a little embarrassed by that one.
Pass to Hart. Outside, Towns. Back to Hart. Brunson, left side. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. And the Knicks making a change here. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. Shot clock at 3. Robinson misses.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Pass to Chang. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Chang, a screen. Chang. Robinson pulls it in.
2 minutes.
The Knicks leading by 4. Here's Bridges. That shot misses. Good D by Holmgren. Outside Williams. And the dunk by Holmgren.
Unflappable. I mean, no moment is too big for Holmgren. They needed that basket.
1:36 left in the 4th quarter. To the inside. And the dunk by Robinson.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Back to to Gilgeous-Alexander. Releases. And Karl-Anthony Towns pulls it down.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Well, they're playing with fire, putting Mikal Bridges on the free throw line. This guy's so comfortable at the charity stripe.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for New York.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
What a moment for Gilgeous-Alexander in the clutch. Yes, sir.
And here is Hart. Into the lane. Down low. Here's Towns. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. To Chang. Now Gilgeous-Alexander to tie it up. Bridges with some nice defense.
And that's how you have to defend him out there on the three-point line. Played him perfectly.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both.
GG, boy.
5-point game.
And I don't need to tell you guys, those free throws are big. Two-possession game now.
Pass to Chang. Releases. It drops.
I'm not on GG yet.
Shot to bring him to within 3.
Well, coaches might discourage that kind of look, but he'll take it anyway.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately
What
foul
the
after
fuck?
that. He's such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. The second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Well, what a performer this guy is. Game is on the line. He stands up and delivers.
Now a timeout called by
Hey,
Oklahoma
Bugsy.
City.
Okay.
There's 10 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Any ideas on strategy? Being discussed right now in that huddle.
No time to waste here. Quick bucket and a foul.
Everybody has got to be in the exact perfect position defensively, and execution has got to be on point.
Here's Joe. Good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
A bit of heroics at the line right there as he bumps their lead to 3 and makes things a little easier for them defensively.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. What do you think, coaches? This is going to be here.
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to
Point.
stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And an intentional foul there stops the clock. He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And he is unable to get the second one.
Good game, man.
So a close game sees New York take this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton
This
of
nigga was
pride
on
in. I mean, they
try
battled
hard
with
head shit,
everything they
folks.
had
What
and
the
came
fuck?
through when the pressure was at its highest.
And
It was a good game, though.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I had 3 niggas that had over 15 points for who was doing all that shit, man. I gotta go back to the shit this nigga was making at the end, for this nigga was making every fucking thing, fuck. First he made this shit. I mean, that ain't no contest for real, but shit, he ain't supposed to make that shit.
Face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy.
Then this man make this shit. He definitely wasn't supposed to make this shit. Like, we just want to get no contest, but that's all what it was. For no, we want to get no type of contest. Any of this shit. No way he was supposed to make this shit at all.
You should clip that and post it.
Said clip it and post it. I got you. I clipped it on photo. He going against the motherfucking Thunder, man. And I think he beat me before, too.
It looked like NBA final or some sneezing face rolling on the floor laughing.
Then it though, folks. Fool, that was definitely up on some NBA finals and shit. Rockets. Shit, what I pick for Rockets? I want to say Cavs, but nah. It's between James Harden and them and the Cavaliers. I'm gonna go Cavs. Fuck it. We going Cavs. Fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, man. This shit gonna be something.
With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson, plus our reporter, Allie LaForce. And the tip goes to Houston. Pass to Brooks. Sinks the tray. Well, it's fair to say we can expect a bruising battle between these two, Grant.
Yeah, these are two teams that dare you to bring the ball at them. They both feast on the defensive side, so don't expect any scoring records broken in this one.
Now here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Tough to slow Thompson down when he's got a lane to the rim like that.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Ime Udoka for a minute. And guys, coach stated the number of different ways that Donovan Mitchell can be productive. The emphasis for this defense is going to be limiting his touches throughout the game and trying to trap him when they can. It's a tall task for the defense. BA?
As always, Allie, we thank you. Sengun with a steal. Sengun, the screen. And that one's good. Green.
Using the pick there, Green saw the opening and let it fly.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for Cleveland. It's a 5-point game. So you look at Evan Mobley, Doris, so agile for his size.
This is a young man, Brian, with so much upside. Defensively, he can guard on the perimeter, slides his feet, keeps his balance, contests without fouling, and he's growing every repetition on the offensive end. I can't wait to see his future.
And Houston has possession after the basket by Cleveland. Here's Thompson. 6 to shoot. Here's Green. Oh, big finish!
Did you see that? And I'll tell you what, I mean, he is a creative, explosive finisher at the rim. Green loves putting on a show.
And it's Mitchell, the miss.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
Pass to Green. Eason with the ball. Here's the three. He's rebounded by Okoro. On the wing, Mitchell. Now here's Hunter. Defended by Eason. Back to Mitchell. Hits the layup.
These niggas on one today, for I ain't gonna lie. These niggas is on one. Oh no.
After the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Boy, nothing you can do about that. Mitchell is just simply that good, converting over aggressive defense.
Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
That's
unreal.
I mean, Thompson now is going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
Pass to Strus. It's hauled in by Houston. Thompson scanning the floor. Outside for Brooks. Sengun with it. A minute 42 left in the opening quarter. No good on the three. The Cavaliers trail by 5. And Doris, Cleveland looking to balance their roster, trying to make sure the pieces fit.
And that's been the concern.
Bro,
right?
did I turn on my lead
There's been some positional overlap, particularly in the front court. And this is where roster construction truly matters in the league.
Well, we all know he's a good scorer, but Green also facilitates very well.
the inside. And finished off by Hunter.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Now here's Okoro. .41 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Back to Mitchell. Eason with some nice D. Houston leading by 5. Pass to Brooks. For 3. Mobley grabs the board. Outside Mitchell. Okoro on the wing. Now Strus. And stolen by Green. Takes the 3. No good on the buzzer beater. And so the first quarter is in the books. The Rockets on top. Up 5.
The Cavaliers.
There ain't no team for these
of you
niggas,
just
folks.
tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Houston.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
Well, nice rise and fire from range by Darius Garland. The three-point shot so highly valued.
Pass to Brooks. Now here's Thompson. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Grant, after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery, the Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now, and I wish more teams did that.
Right side Mitchell. Rebounded by Green.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights that bucket is automatic.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Rockets showing improvement. Head coach Ime Udoka said, quote, when you rely on your young guys, you're constantly trying to instill habits that'll carry them for the rest of their careers. It's mistakes and tendencies you have to try to break continually. Just staying positive. We see glimpses of how close we can be.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. Back comes Houston in transition. Whitmore with it. Guarded now by Mitchell. Outside Whitmore. Back to Smith. The 3 is up. Gets the 3 ball to go. Smith's got his first 3 points of the game.
These niggas. Fuck.
This is Smith's game. Set him up and he'll knock him down.
To the paint. Here's Mitchell. Oh, somehow misses the one-handed flush. Pass to Adams. The basket's good.
What?
The assist from Thompson.
What?
It's a 10-point Rocket lead.
Already an intelligent playmaker, Thompson moves the ball well for a rookie.
To stop the run. And it's Allen.
Up out of here, that nigga just hit that. You saw that shit, folks. What the fuck?
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. Outside Whitmore. To the middle. Here's Adams. And it's slammed in by Adams.
Well, Steven Adams is a formidable presence on the interior. Nice finish.
Back to Mitchell. Down low. Garland. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on him in Thompson. Doris, when we talk about young guards, few better than Darius Garland. What makes him great?
I think a few things, but I would start with the fact that he's a 3-level scorer. Knocks down the 3 with consistency, can get to his in-between, but also creative at the rim. The other thing I love, Brian, is that he defends with great intensity.
Inside. Here's Adams. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be
Yeah,
headed to the line for a pair.
We out here getting handed by Steven Adams.
Boy, there's
folks.
just a brute strength and physicality about Steven Adams. This guy knows his role and plays it to perfection.
And the second free throw is good. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time. Putting some extra juice on that tomahawk, fellas. No one is going to stop that.
Man, when he's coming in with that level of force, that's just too much right there. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Well, why settle for the layup when you can finish with authority? Mr. Allen on the dunk.
And it's Green missing. The Cavaliers trail by 7.
Kiana Perk playing you face with tears of joy.
Adams grabs the miss.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Song.
Outside, Green. Over Okoro. Again, Green missing.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
Pass to Allen. And here's Okoro.
What is he doing?
Cleveland needs to get off a shot. And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And Doris, you think about the advantage for Jared Allen with that 7'6" wingspan.
B.A., this guy is a massive presence in the paint. He's got length, he's got intellect, and he's got incredible anticipation and timing. The other thing is he can actually step out on the perimeter and keep a ball handler in front. He is a special defender.
32 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Here's Van Vliet. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That one's on Darius Garland.
Well, Fred Van Vliet is such a crafty basketball player. At that size, you'd have to be. Nice job drawing the contact there.
Both free throws good from Van Vliet. Cavaliers trail by 9. Right side, Garland. Uses the glass on the layup. Garland's got 7 points in the game.
Boy, how about the nimbleness to overcome the defense inside. Darius Garland makes his opportunities.
Van Vliet outside. He can't get that one to fall. And he can't get that one. So it's Houston closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. The flow of the game has favored them in general. But hey, the tide can shift. We'll be right back with you shortly. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game.
It's our ball.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They trail by 7. And it's stolen by Van Vliet. Pass to Brooks. Outside Eason. Şengün, the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. Here's Whitmore outside. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or 2. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental.
But what
Those
the
are the
fuck?
kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
Şengün with it. Strus covering. Brooks outside. Pass to Eason. Here's Şengün. On the money from 12 feet away. And the Rockets lead by 9.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Oh, wow! Incredible!
How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
Now here's Van Vliet. Driving in. The rebound by Donovan Mitchell. The Cavaliers trail by 7. A strong move by Mitchell inside.
There is a level of physicality, and the frame of Donovan Mitchell allows him to finish through contact.
Here's Whitmore. Outside Eason. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Şengün. Here's Eason. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by
really out here doing like quick shots though, folks.
Here's Thompson. He's got 7. And here's Şengün. Shot clock at 6. Back to Thompson. Driving inside. Mobley with the block.
That's about reach, folks. The length, the athleticism, the timing of Evan Mobley.
Green for 3. Green's feeling it at the arc.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense.
They weren't gonna stop till they let him score, folks.
To the paint. Here's Allen. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, not gonna stop till they let him get his points, folks. That's it.
Well, how about the touch inside from Jarrett Allen? This guy has got such length and mobility. You add that touch and look out, folks. He's going to be tremendous.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce. Wow! Put that in the dunk contest.
Boy, if he's got momentum, you better step back. Donovan Mitchell on his way to the cup.
Outside for Green. Back to Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
And adds a few
It's the
more
wrong
points.
team to play these.
Somebody money for them to play like that against you.
Right there.
Okay.
Mitchell misses.
That nigga me and Thompson committed too though. That nigga didn't go coach.
Eason with the jam.
And that's just an all-around talent there.
know what's with these
Green
niggas
is
today,
dependable at finding his open teammates.
A minute 15 left in the third quarter here. Okoro outside to the middle. Here's Mobley. Banked it in off the glass.
Oh, to be blessed with athleticism and touch. Mobley has all the tools to be elite.
Pass to Şengün. And he banks in the layup. He has 6.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Grant, the Cavs making playoffs the last 2 years. A big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they hadn't made the postseason since 1998. But this group of Cavaliers are making their own history now.
Pass to Hunter. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
No need to risk a shot from range when you can take it inside.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Back to Mitchell. Down low. Here's Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Outside, Green. Launches it from deep. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Houston Rockets leading by 6.
The Cavaliers.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And Van Vliet has got the ball here for Houston. They've led by as much as 10. Pass to Green. To the inside. Here's Adams. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Rockets lead by 8.
This is Steven Adams at his absolute best. This guy is a high percentage shooter because he understands how to use his frame.
And Allen gets it to go.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Here's Jerome. Out to Garland. Pass to Mitchell. 5 on the clock. To the wing on the left. From the arc. It's another 3 for Cleveland.
Donovan Mitchell on time and on target. Pretty pass.
Here's Whitmore. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Cavaliers trip by 4. Outside Garland. Pass to Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
One of Jarrett Allen's best qualities is his motor. That activity paying dividends with his scoring.
Here's Van Vliet. Yep, that one's good.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Pass to Jerome. Back to Garland. Allen on the wing. Clock at 4. Here's Jerome. Shots blocked.
Oh, an active defender at 6'7". Whitmore is capable of coming up with these blocks.
Adams with the ball. And here's Van Vliet from the arc.
Why the fuck is he coming over for, bro?
And now a 7-point Houston lead.
An excellent job of taking what the defense is given.
And the call will be against Fred Van Vliet.
What the fuck is that man coming over for, though, bro? That shit.
Just
crazy.
over 2.5 minutes played now.
He doing?
Final quarter of regulation. Pass to Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
I'll tell you, important moment for Evan Mobley. Meeting the moment with a big shot. That's big time.
Here's Thompson. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for Houston.
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
Here's Mitchell. Grown man points from Donovan Mitchell.
Wow, Donovan Mitchell simply fearless when his team is in need.
Thompson outside. Back to Green. Out to Thompson. Pass to Şengün. Good D by Mobley.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right, he stays connected and great timing on the contest.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Cavaliers making a switch here. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. He really emphasized rim protection. He said to his guys, I want us to cut down on the easy looks inside. No more of that. It's a simple ask that could have a big impact.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Outside, Green. And another Another miss by Houston. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Cleveland. It's a three-point game. A minute 6 left in the game. Over to the wing. Clock at 6. From deep, Mobley. The Rockets pull it in. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Green. Going inside. Yes!
And demonstrating how fearless he is, Green welcomes the chance to take important shots.
Mobley outside. Back to Allen. And there's the call on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul of the game. Allen outside. Just 5 on the clock. Takes it inside. And he sinks it. What a beautiful shot. Brings him within 3.
Big Jared Allen outshining the bright lights.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside, Green. Inside. Stolen by Mobley.
And there's only one option. They need a triple.
You've got to keep your composure and execute to get a quality look from 3.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. Turning here to our analyst, what elements become the primary keys at this point?
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
And it's out of bounds to Cleveland. Seven seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. And stolen by Green.
Bro, I ain't had nobody to stop them niggas, folks. I knew that shit was going in like that. I ain't had nobody to stop them niggas, bro. Nobody defensively to stop them niggas, bro. That's why I should have went with them. For I could have put still no, folks. My best bet would have been these niggas right here. They would have been my best bet to stop that team, folks. Oh, bro, it would have been these niggas. Or these niggas on phone to stop the Rockets. Shit, let me see. Yeah, I could have played with Pistons for Rockets, folks. Could have did them. On phone I could have picked these niggas, folks. I was not thinking. I could have picked the Timberwolves for the Rockets. Or these niggas, folks. I just wasn't even thinking, folks. Let me see. Bronny ass ain't get no type of roster update this season, folks. It's been a 68 since he came to the league. They not fucking with Bronny.
Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge is with us on the sidelines. Doncic outside. James outside. And if you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
Gobert, no good. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Good work on the block. I like when LeBron gets aggressive this close to the rim.
Pass to Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Reeves, that's a two-pointer. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
That may be not the highest percentage of looks right there, but look, you can't argue with results, I guess. Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
And, Richard, you've watched LeBron James over the years. His approach never wavers. It never changes.
He is all business all the time, on the court, off the court. The consistency of his focus and mental toughness is unbelievable.
Julius
Randall with the bucket.
And the
I don't
defense
know who to put on
cannot
who, though.
underestimate Randall's strength. Pushes right through the contact and gets the shot.
Now here's James. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. LeBron's got 6.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream.
I really might put LeBron in at the 5, though. So Finney Smith in.
More than a few ways to beat. Edwards will be aggressive when he has to initiate contact and create the N1 opportunity.
Now here's Doncic. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Should have called a timeout. I thought they would have put it back up.
Now here's Edwards. And yes, it's good. He's got 5.
And he's a true inside-out threat. Edwards wants to score from everywhere on the floor.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much. Austin Reeves went undrafted, but his success comes as no surprise to him. He says, I've always felt like I belong. It goes back to childhood. His mom once asked him, is this confidence or cockiness? He told her, you're basically kind of the same thing. Kevin, back to you.
That's something else. Undaunted. Hey, David, thank you. Timberwolves trail. And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers. Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower.
LeBron's shot is good.
When you're guarding LeBron, you have to give him something. So the King, well, he'll take
He scored again. I'm switching this shit.
Edwards tries in. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
Substitution for your Lakers.
1:14 left to play in the first. Pass to Vanderbilt. Kicks it out to LeBron. In the corner, Finney Smith with it. Offline with his three.
I could put Vando in at the 5 though.
No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. No good on the three. Up top, Doncic. Still without a basket. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them, but not last year as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Making a switch here.
Number 4, Dalton Knecht.
There's 42 seconds left to play here in the first. And the dunk by Doncic.
Oh, from ultra close range, Doncic.
Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. And rebounded by Knecht.
Really thought he had this one, and the defense, they were giving it to him.
Hits the three-point bomb. Doncic has got 6 points. Timberwolves trailed by 6. Pass to Reed. For 3, Edwards. Hachimura grabs the miss. James in the post. From outside the arc. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead
He don't know what to do now. He don't know what to do that.
The Timberwolves.
Got that heat up on his ass.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Lakers.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here.
He ain't got a 3 too though. So that nigga we ain't got a 3.
There's 1 or 2 things to talk about.
What is happening, right? I connect. So, who else can come in? I think that's it.
And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or 2 against the young fellas. And sometimes that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Doncic outside. Doncic converts inside.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
Basket good.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Fuck before I gotta do this shit, bro. Cause they keep on pulling LeBron up on this nigga, bro. They got LeBron guarding 3 niggas. Luke on this nigga. Come on, Finney up on this nigga.
Doncic looking it over. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And how about the balance of Doncic on that possession? Amazing at just absorbing the contact and still with the strength to finish.
And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Who you got winning it all?
Rockets probably float. I ain't gonna lie.
And what a creative finisher. Edwards
Phone
is
them
so
boys ain't no
fast in
joke.
how he gets up to throw it down.
Here's LeBron. He's got 9. Strong inside. What a move by James.
And it's the level of creativity that separates LeBron. It's second to none because he's such an incredible ball handler also.
Here's Randall. Rebound the Lakers. Doncic with it. Now defended by Randall. Now Doncic. Pass to Hachimura. Fight to shoot. James in the post. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
LeBron told.
LeBron is being aggressive on offense. You gotta make a change. You can't let him just have his way.
Here's Edwards. What a shot by Edwards. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to talk to his guys.
I got these boys out of hoop.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Doncic with it. Down low. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Out to the wing. Pass to LeBron. James absorbing hits on the cross.
These niggas overpowered. These niggas not even fair. This nigga LeBron looping like everything inside.
Through with face with tears of joy.
Back to Edwards.
Talk about do this. Fool is don't know what he could do.
And he drops in the way.
He don't know what to do to stop.
Gobert's got his second bucket.
And that's why you don't let him get positioned deep in the post.
And they need better team defense. Help out your man in the post. It takes multiple guys to stop him.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." And Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. Randall with the bucket.
Dude called like 20 timeouts, loudly crying face.
Nah, he called one.
James, that's a two-pointer. Los
I
Angeles
call
with
like
another
3.
miss.
You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
Here's Randall. Luka Doncic grabs the miss. Lakers leading by 6. James looking it over. Pass to Finney-Smith. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. That one falls. And it's 13 points for Luka Doncic.
Once Doncic gets inside with the ball, he's halfway there. Then he just uses his strength to finish the job.
Back to Randall. Shoots over Connect. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Los Angeles on top. They're up by 8. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
That thing adjust to this lineup, though. This thing was going to kill me for sure, though.
If you're just joining us in this one,
he was definitely going to fuck me up.
1 half to go. Timberwolves trail by 8. To the middle. There's McDaniels.
Yeah, I got to guard that.
And finished off by McDaniels.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Here's Doncic. That one misses. Randall with some nice D. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run. My
God.
My gracious, way to get up.
Oh, okay.
What the fuck is LeBron doing?
To sting a little extra on that one. Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Doncic to the rack. And the dunk by Doncic.
What this bum ass doing, man?
Reads the floor, varies his pace, and uses every trick of the bag to get where he wants to go. It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at
Bum
halftime. That's
ass
going to
doing,
be
what is y'all doing on the spacing for? All y'all fuck on my way.
And here is Doncic. Doncic very comfortable down low.
The skill of Doncic at 6'7", 230, it makes him an impossible matchup defensively.
Gobert. To the paint. Here's Edwards. It's hauled in by LeBron. Lakers leading by 6. To the inside. And finished off by Finney-Smith.
And certain guys dictate the pace of the game. Doncic as much as anyone.
Out to the right wing. Here's Gobert. No good that time.
Oh, I was about to say, this nigga Gobert better not do no motherfucking scoop layup. They ass tweak.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly.
Knock down. Luka.
The front iron, and in it goes. Doncic has got the lead up to 10 now for the Lakers. Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
Right wing. James, right side. Shot clock at 5. Doncic outside. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by the Timberwolves. And now Randall pushing it up, and no one back to stop him.
Not enough defense there. Allowing Randall to get that close is a recipe for disaster.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Oh, look out! Goodness. Look out!
Okay, I see you.
Stunning the crowd and the defense with that one. What a show from Doncic.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Rui Hachimura picks one up.
Hey, niggas that pick and
right
for
to the rim
ass.
like that, that's your only option.
He doesn't get the second one.
And what you love about Edwards is how intense he is. Guy plays hard every minute he's on the floor.
The three for Doncic. That doesn't go either for Doncic. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Edwards can't hit. Los Angeles leading by 8. Inside. Finney-Smith. And finished off by Finney-Smith.
Just a super unselfish guy. Doncic is all for getting his guys going. Enjoys setting the table.
To the paint. And finished off by Gobert.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Doncic sticking it from way outside.
And the defense has to be aggressive with Luka from range. Give him any space, and he is looking to pull.
Pass to Reed. Now here's Edwards. Shoots from the line. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. And that's now 19 points for Anthony Edwards. And J.J. Redick is called timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch.
Timeout.
Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Here's Doncic. 24 points for him. Oh, LeBron does it again.
This is classic LeBron, leaping off the floor for a powerful dunk.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Unwilling to let up even for
he caught them motherfucking timeout for no reason, folks. He caught them bitches for me. Oh, wow. He caught them bitches for me to get some rest.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page.
Even nice to tell that they get a big man, stretch big that can play defense and shoot, though. That's real. That's way better.
Now, his perspective was to play like we're behind. He said, that's the energy we need right now. We haven't won anything yet. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Edwards. Timberwolves trail by 13. Randle with the ball. Gwinnett picks him up. And he gets the bucket. 14 points for Julius Randle.
And how about the touch there inside? And that's where Randle likes to get the ball. And you can see why.
James slams it in.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And Edwards with the stuff.
It's simple, guys. Keep getting Edwards the ball and just let Ant cook.
Doncic outside. A three-pointer, no good. So it's the Timberwolves now. They trail by 11. And here's Edwards from the arc. And rebounded by Connect.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Doncic. Rebound, Minnesota. Here's Edwards. Strong move inside by Edwards.
An agile move off the contact by Edwards, getting to his shot despite the difficult defense.
Doncic with it. Picked up by Edwards. And it's good for two. Doncic has got 4 points this quarter.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed. And he has to build on this because we can see where him being a ghost out there has gotten them so far.
Here's Doncic. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Driving the lane. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Pass to James. Just 5 to shoot. Oh, and the jam.
I'm balling, nigga.
And his handle might be an underrated part of James's game. Totally throwing off the defender with that move.
To the left side wing. Three-pointer, Randall. Here's Reed. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
He's got a knack for those putbacks, so you have to be aware of that defensively. Get a body on him.
Here's Doncic. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Doncic has got 32 points in the game.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
Yeah, just keep feeding him. That guy is a man on a mission. And the defense, well, they don't have much of an answer.
Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far?
This nigga Luka slow as hell, but this nigga raw though, folks. He know the game, for that shit crazy. This nigga slow as hell, but he raw as hell, leave it on the game.
Doncic outside. Rebound, Minnesota.
Minnesota, that nigga
Here's
slow.
Edwards with a
Just
tough
run,
shot.
getting
It's been
shit.
like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Gobert pulls it in.
And as long as he keeps missing from deep, the D will keep letting
Y'all
him
gotta
fire
hit
away.
that shit
He's
though,
just
people.
off from range right now.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Was there ever any
Oh.
doubt who they were going to go to? LeBron James
You
is
shot like
clutch.
this nigga, get back in the game.
56 seconds
2K
left to
shit.
play in the final quarter. The three for Doncic. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Here's Minnesota. 6-point game.
I ain't gonna shoot no over.
Love the pass there from Gobert. Always nice when your big man feeds his teammates.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 6-point ball game.
I'm not going to wide. That's big, making all of those, giving them a little bit more breathing room.
And finished off by McDaniel.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Doncic outside. 5 on the clock. Out to the right wing. Finney-Smith. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. And the Lakers lead by 7. And so Los Angeles takes the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But in the end, everyone's satisfied. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
That nigga had 34 game. This nigga Luka had 34 points, bro. What the fuck? Hell no, for that nigga was snapping on their ass. Oh, photo that nigga Luka was snapping. And look at what that nigga making though, for that nigga was snapping. Yeah, that's for real Luka shit right there, boy. I don't play with his big ass, folks.
You out.
Caesar, what's the word, Boski? I wasn't playing though. I could have really scored like 50 with his ass though. For real, for real. Niggas really sleep up on these Wizards though.
Damn. Loudly crying face, loudly crying face, loudly crying face.
He said, damn. If these uniforms new, these bitches gotta be new. Tweaking, I'm about to let this nigga start and shit.
It's the Wizards in Washington for a little interconference action in the nation's capital. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines. At the elbow, it's George. Second shot opportunity. Kicks it down to Middleton. Pass to Saw. Another shot. Portland grabs the miss. GA, when it comes to the Wizards, they have a pretty spotty track record over the past decade.
Kevin, it's tough to get things right in the draft. Plus, they have just had poor lottery luck, only selecting higher than 8th once in the last decade. But they have passed on some superstar-level talent.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Pass to Smart. Shoots the three. That one's in, his first shot this game.
I wish that if you pick like they old uniforms, they had their old floors and shit. That should have been decent.
And it helps him out as a scorer. He's that much harder to defend.
Yeah, I gotta take him up off him. He gonna cook his ass off. Yeah.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. And there's the whistle. That goes on Deni Avdija.
First team foul.
That's his first foul. Here's Poole. 17-foot shot on the way. And the shot goes in. And so just over a minute and a half played. Pass to Grant. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Three-pointer. Traps in the tray.
And I love Grant's mindset. Readies himself to shoot as soon as he touches the ball.
Outside, Smart. And again, Washington with the triple.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Not bad.
No good from Grant. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Poole with no one around. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Poole's got 5.
And he likes to get in
Yeah,
a rhythm
waiting up on that bit.
Greg, it's not the first skill you think about, but Jordan Poole is unreal at the foul line.
I mean, led the league in 22 at 92.5%, beating out teammates.
He just killed his big ass.
0.2%. Poole's always been amongst the.
He just killed it. You know that, cuzzo. You know that shit, man.
Simons surveying the D. We've got 1:55 left to play in the first quarter.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Gotta catch that shit, you big ass goofy.
Trailblazers trail
Definitely
by
gotta
4.
catch that shit.
Outside, Simons. Got a piece of it.
Great timing.
Made up for it, don't worry about it.
Young kid Sarr has major defensive potential.
Middleton can't get it to go.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they wanted taken.
Back to Simons. Over to the wing. Here's
no.
Portland, no good that time either. Washington leading now by 4. Here's Middleton. It's on target from the high post.
And just about every one of Middleton's shots is a smart one. Even from mid-range, he's not going to force anything.
Three-pointer, Simon. That's good. And
That
it's
nigga
his
hit
4th
twice,
basket of the
too.
game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Here's Middleton.
Bro, I tried to pass that shit.
Some solid defense.
Loudly crying face.
Pass to Kamare. Out to the wing. Grant with the ball.
So get that shit.
That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Anything to keep this nigga up in this shit, folks.
High percentage looks, offensive strategy
Not up on my
101.
level.
Grant delivering.
Here's Poole. The rebound by
No
Simon.
fast.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
They gonna call foul. Man, shit, though. Man, this game, well, shit.
Free throws of the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free
They
throws.
call
So
foul.
those are
That's
numbers
weak
you'll
ass
be
shit.
happy with.
That one is no good. Tie game in Washington. And the
Nigga
second
real
quarter
life
will get underway
killing his
just
ass.
after this short
They
break.
don't reward him, but we getting rewarded for doing weak shit.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Wizards?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
You know, Stan, the Blazers started the rebuild process with the big Dame Lillard trade to Milwaukee.
Kevin, it takes guts for a GM to make a move like that, and it didn't go well early on. But they've got to trust the process and stick with the plan that they made.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, the Blazers are in the midst of a rebuild. Coach Chauncey Billups said it's been a tough couple of years. I'm just here every day grinding through it, helping my guys the best I can.
K.
I'm
George,
ready
if
for
he
that
playing
challenge
his
and that
role,
pressure
folks.
to go out and compete
I
with
don't
these
know
best
that
teams.
nigga.
But in the NBA, Kevin, this sort of thing takes time.
A lot of time, but the West is tough, David. Thank you. Here's Kamara. Just 5 to shoot.
Also let him hit it.
That doesn't go
So
in.
let
A
him
chance, though,
hit
to take
that
the lead.
face.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone.
Killed his ass.
Throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam. You
He's
see
going
some
clean.
muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Simons from outside.
Johnson
Again,
said.
a miss by the Trailblazers. Wizards leading by 4. Here's Carrington. Tries again. And it's blocked. What a play as he just snatches the shot out of midair. Pushes it down.
Wish
to
that
finish
nigga
the
play
break.
like that when I had when I play with them.
That's a terrific sequence.
On phone, I wish that nigga clean was getting blocked like that when I play with them. Bro,
Bro,
nice get his hook.
And such a nice move to make the basket work.
And it's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Over in the corner, Avdia.
Let's go, that's good
And
double
that's out
team.
of bounds. It was last touched by Simon. And each season, GA, it seems like Anthony Simons is given more and more responsibility.
And you can understand why. He's proven to be a versatile scorer. And now we are seeing him take the next step with his playmaking.
Here's Carrington. Pass to Sarr. Makes it off
Yeah,
the
that's
glass.
what you known for, getting your big ass
Sarr's
hook.
got the lead up to 6 now. for
Big
the
ass,
Wizards.
soft, goofy.
Letting the big man Sarr go to work inside. I like seeing him being aggressive down low.
It's tipped. And he recovers it. Here's Kamara. Off target with his 3. Wizards leading by 6. Here's Middleton. And no good. Trying to use the glass. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers.
What you on?
And it's Avdia.
Said what I'm on. Shit.
Banked in off the glass.
And how about the awareness
Yeah.
by Klingon, a big man who can sense when one of his teammates is open.
In the corner, it's Sarr. Hits the 3.5. Sarr's got 5.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor.
Putting my
Seems
shit on
like
high risk. That's
everyone is
how
a threat at the arc these days.
high risk.
And
Yeah.
here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. In his first 3 seasons in the NBA, Stan, Anthony Simons only started 5 games. But now he is out there a lot and getting starts.
Well, look, Kevin, he played under Damian.
Text me when you done.
I got you.
For Anthony Simons, another 6'3" guard with explosive scoring
Look his
capability.
ass name,
2
Middleton.
points. That one goes.
And that's his game. Middleton knows he's out there
Look his
to shoot
ass,
the
Chris.
rock whenever he gets a good look.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups.
Like that nigga in real life right there.
And maybe just one
Oh,
or two
my
things
God.
to talk about. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Trailblazers
Absolutely
trailed by
not.
9.
Absolutely.
Pass to Sharp.
That nigga don't got a face
Again,
for
the
it.
miss by the Trailblazers. Now the Wizards with it.
Gotta get that bitch back
They
to
lead by
people
their
on
biggest
time.
margin of the game. 9. Oh, wow, what a quick move inside.
That is incredible.
And we talk about Middleton's accurate
His
shooting
hands
often, but
above.
they are
His
regardless
hands
of
is
his
above.
ability as well.
Hell no, bro. He just break that wide open ass layup. He just missed
He'd
prayer.
like to have that one back.
He needed his ass
Here's
beat.
Sharp. He's now 1 for 2 with
Folks
that
said
bucket.
missed the prayer.
Oh, nice job executing inside. Sharp's confidence is what makes him such a dangerous player.
Outside, Smart. Into the lane. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. This is his first free throw of the game. The first free throw is good.
And some of what Smart gives this team doesn't always show up in the stat sheet, but he makes plays that help you win.
For 3, Henderson. Rebounded by Holmes. And here we go. Washington fast break. It's good.
Damn, I didn't even know Marcus Smart was on the Wizards' loudly crying face.
Never knew that shit.
An aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in.
Damn, fo, why you quitting, fo? Hell nah. Hey, fo, I be playing with the Wizards, make them niggas look amazing. Oh, bro, I be having them niggas looking so amazing, fo. You would think them niggas was championship team. I be playing with them niggas. Fool say, how you making all greens? I'm really like that, fo. That's how. Hell nah. Come on, fo. Our niggas steady doing this to be.
Pistons are really good.
I don't know, I feel like Pistons good, fo, but I play better with the Wizards, though, gang. Go, fo, them ain't gonna lie. I play way better with the Wizards than the Pistons. I'll be playing with the Wizards like them niggas just God team.
Yeah, every time someone pick you gotta run Celtics, Lakers or T-Wolves.
For all time. Fuck all that. All time team. That's who you gotta run. The nigga know he doing, he playing real player layups and he got OKC, folks. Them niggas
Yeah,
do
at
not
this
miss.
point I feel like a all-time loudly crying face.
Alongside 2 fantastic analysts, Grant Hill and Brent Berry at
Oh,
the
no,
table,
man, you
and
got
our
to.
reporter, Allie LaForce. Now here's Tatum. They kick it out to Porzingis. And here's Brown for 3. Nails it from
But
beyond
then
the arc.
I wouldn't even say that off the screen because, like, shit. I just beat dude was kind of decent with him. He had, I had the Knicks against him. He was decent with those.
And Grant having a lengthy bench. So
He
important.
was decent as hell, though.
It really is. I mean, there's always the risk of guys getting hurt throughout the season. So the teams know the value of having a very deep rotation, and they make the most of their bench, which is smart.
Now Williams.
Thunder Real Opus with Ched at the 4 and P70 Crazy Cheesy.
It all depends on what team you got.
Tatum's got the ball here for Boston.
Shit at the phone ain't gonna work for these
It's a
niggas,
three-point
folks.
game. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
I don't think the defense does enough.
Because Tatum can low-key guard that nigga,
I think that
folks.
one's all on him. Just a flat-out
For some
miss.
reason.
Down low. Clock at 4. 17-foot shot on the way. And the shot goes down.
Could have stopped
The
him out.
size and skill of Dort is pretty unique. Could be really effective at any position on the floor.
From undrafted to a key rotational player, Lou Dort's story is definitely inspirational, Brent.
This guy has worked so hard to make himself into an NBA player. But I will tell you this, B.A., he's never not believed that he wasn't one. And Luguentz Dort continues to make improvements. And the guys on the team love the way he approaches.
They was starting to do that floater shit against me.
Talk about Williams' versatility as a scorer. He can get his points from just about
If they
any
don't
spot
on ball, got you.
And finished off by Tatum.
Who doesn't love to see David take on Goliath?
They be giving Shea free throws in this game like real life loudly crying face.
Yeah, they do.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. We were talking about Chet Holmgren, the versatility at both ends. And Coach pointed out one thing in particular, saying that Chet has the ability to create for himself. He's a tremendous ball handler for his size. He has great footwork
See, missed
and
that
he
shit.
stays
That
on
shit
balance.
wrong.
He knows it's going to take a team effort defensively.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
That's my skin is brown,
You can
man.
tell Brown is having fun. What a phenomenal dunk artist he is.
Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren.
Most
What is he
Thunder
doing?
users can't shoot with Shea, so they drive to the paint.
To the middle.
I don't know how though. For Shea got a decent ass jump shot.
He's got the ability to do damage
Shea decent.
inside
I mean, Shea
and out.
jump shot.
SGA
What the
is
fuck?
not going to miss that.
Tatum from long range.
Oh,
Great
that's
D
weak.
that time from Holmgren.
That shit wasn't even tight. So
That's
you know,
his
close
shot.
up on
And one, I'm
Fuck
sure
what they talking
he
about
wants back.
tight.
Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. To the paint. Here's Hartenstein.
Tatum might get cooked.
Shoots over Tatum. No good, off the front rim.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just
His jump shot quick, so they don't know how to time it.
The rise of OKC in just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Now here's White. Hasn't gotten one to fall
Man,
yet.
that nigga blocked
Wow,
floaters.
I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren.
It is kinda quick, but it's kinda smooth.
Here's Brown. Horford outside. Back to Brown.
But Shea jump shot in 2K24 was way better.
1 for 1 to start the game.
I was really gonna shot at 213. I thought that was the same.
From the arc.
And Mark Dagnall has called a timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
do you think winning champion Meek?
Boston making a switch here. Thunder trail by 4.
Championship asterisk.
Dort outside. Pass to Williams. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
Some heads-up ball there from Dort.
50 seconds left to play in the first. On the wing, Tatum. Back to Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. Pass to Dort. Boston pulls it in. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Now here's Tatum. Back to White. Kick out to Brown. Clock at 6. And it's good. 2 points. Brown's got 7 points in the game.
That's what you call playing big. He just stays committed to the attack mode.
Tip of the cap there. I mean, that defense was good. The finish was better.
And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. Back to the game after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
Oh, the determination from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gilgeous-Alexander, fantastic concentration.
And over the last few years, SGA has emerged as an all-NBA level player, Brent. What's been the key to his success?
I think the key, BA, to him is his confidence. I think that he feels like he is overlooked on a nightly basis and does not get the respect he deserves. So he comes in with that chip on his shoulder, and he plays the entire game coming at any defense that people throw at him.
Tatum like a freight train coming.
The speed of Tatum's drive makes it so tough to defend. You just don't get a chance to stop him.
Pass to Dort. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Tatum. Again, Boston.
Well, Tatum has such a natural talent for shooting. Pulling up on a dime is no problem for him.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
People don't even know how to off-ball.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Yes.
A nice shot by Tatum.
What a move by Tatum. When he's pulling these off, he's impossible to defend.
Yes.
Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. From deep, Holmgren. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and
Where the fuck is he going?
by Jaylen Brown, who says it's
Where the
reading
fuck
the
is he
game, realizing
going?
fast but playing slow. We're the more talented team, he said. We have to be the smarter team as well. And when we do that,
What are you doing, T-Tay? What the fuck is he doing?
Well, they certainly have been, Allie. Thanks for that. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. All right, Brent, in an ideal world, if you're team building and you have the ability to build around a type of superstar, what would that look like for you?
Well, BA, the game has changed so much. We see that the most valuable players now, today, are big wings that can handle physical rigors of both ends of the floor, playing offense and defense. And have the ball in their hands and create advantage every time they touch the ball, whether they're scoring it or making plays for their teammates. But the biggest factor is this guy has to motivate and ingratiate himself to the rest of the team. Those are true high-level championship caliber players.
The drive by Tatum. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Now, for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. Pass to Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing.
He want baseline, he can't have it.
Hartenstein a screen.
Say what he wants.
Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. And Porzingis with the block.
And shooters must beware. Porzingis is down there lurking.
And the basket by Holiday.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Pass to Dort. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Ooh, talk about
that shit with this nigga so bad.
Yeah, he knows he should have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stay with it.
Here's White.
Got his dumb ass.
Pass to Brown. Over Williams. No good off the glass. Thunder trail by 10. Gilgeous-Alexander.
You don't even know how to use this nigga shape, folks.
Inside. The three. The Thunder with another miss.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
He shoots. Oklahoma City grabs the miss.
I knew that shit.
That's a shocker there.
So,
did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight. First one falls for him.
And money from the stripe. SGA could close his eyes and knock that down.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. White for three. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White.
And just totally relentless.
My eyes burning watching him play.
He's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Holiday grabs the miss. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Jason Tatum making highlights for Boston. His fingerprints were all over that quarter. 13 points, leading the charge. We'll be right back. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead.
And we're all too familiar with these kind of outbursts from SGA.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
That is dumbass.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Lets it go from 11. Gilgeous-Alexander takes the contact.
When you use it
They
right,
gonna give him some.
makes as effective a move as there is.
Left side Tatum.
Hey, look, ain't I know how to do the step through now. Who know how to do step through, Chuck? Well,
Right
I know how to do that shit.
falls. Holiday's got 7 points.
Well, you're kind of asking for it. Drew Holiday gets in that close. He's probably scoring.
Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis. Celtics lead by 12. Tatum looking it over. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. He wants to review the game plan. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Here's SGA. Outside for Dort. Launches it. Porzingis grabs the board.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
There's Tatum with the three. It doesn't go for him. And it's Dort with the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Down by 15. Here's Holmgren. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Kristaps Porzingis picks one up.
And that's a veteran move from the young fella, as Holmgren draws contact on that shot.
You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Grant.
Yes, he was. And Chet was actually guarding LeBron during a summer Pro-Am game when he hurt his foot. But Chet was a monster his rookie year, already an elite shot blocker.
Got a piece of it, and that's out of bounds. Last touch by White. The Celtics making a switch here.
Is it? Get up out of.
Leaps for it, and stolen by Porzingis. Tatum with it, now guarded by Holmgren. The shot. Tatum can't hit. Thunder trail by 15. Here's Williams. Rebounded by the Celtics. Now here's Brown. 7 points in the game. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Lou Dort picks one up.
And sly move by Brown to ensure the foul. He won't pass up on a chance to draw one off you.
And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall. And he could dunk through a brick wall, too. And it's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Boston leading by 17. Here's Tatum. Knocks down the 18-footer. Tatum's got 10 points here in the second half.
At 6'8" with a nice release point, Tatum's jumper is a tough one to disrupt.
And it's Holmgren missing. Boston on offense. They're on a 14-4 run. And stolen by Williams. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. 17 foul. Substitutions for the Celtics.
There's a minute 12 left in the third quarter. And the shot goes.
A terrific movement off of the dead ball situation and a great play to get the bucket.
Here's Pritchard. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Thunder trail by 17. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Exploding to the rim. No getting in Shea's way, especially when he's got a full head of steam.
Brown with a screen. Horford for three. Hits a three-pointer. Horford's got 5 now.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Well, he's still battling, doing everything possible to keep them in this game.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Brown. And the jam by Brown.
Oh, a huge slam from Brown. I like when he doesn't settle for a layup there.
Yep, that one goes.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
17 seconds left in the third quarter here. Here's Brown. He's got 11.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands. Got it off in time. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's Boston, a sizable 18.
The Thunder, 37.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Celtics lead by 18.
Being layered. All that is the rest.
Outside Tatum. Over Dort. The Thunder pull it in. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Horford pulls it in. Outside Tatum. Got a piece of it. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And Craig pulls it down. Outside Tatum. Beyond the arc. Knocks it down from distance. Tatum's got 28 points for the game.
He left his defender shook right there, destroying him with that slick handle.
Unbelievable handles. He's got more handles than a 6-door limousine. Quickness, body control, all of that on display.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
Left side Tatum. Horford outside. Outside Craig. Pass to Tatum. Shot clock at 6. Fires the 3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Thunder trail by 19. Here's Dort. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist.
And Dort has a nose for the bucket.
Up top Tatum. Outside Craig. Pass to Hauser.
Gordon Hayward looking at him.
Fires the 3. That one doesn't drop. Great D that time from Holmgren. There's the drive. Nice move. Easy 2 for Holmgren.
Just showing off his mobility as a big man. Holmgren puts his head down and charges into the shot.
And down it goes. 2 points. Tatum's got 5 points in the quarter.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA doing his thing in close.
Well, the analytics would say take either that shot or something from downtown.
Pass to Pritchard. Outside Craig. Lets a floater go. Rejected by Holmgren. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Mark Daigneault had some words for his team over the last break. He encouraged his guys to not hold back, saying, we can do this, but it's on us. We've got to go out there and be aggressive. So that's the plan coming out of the huddle. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Right side, Porzingis. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter. Got it.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in the home.
1:43 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Dort outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kickability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game. They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Celtics.
Seemed like the sheer volume of three-pointers today was the deciding factor.
And they'd hit one and then just dial it up again. And it worked.
And what a huge performance it was for Jason Tatum.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
Thunder trail by 15. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Uses the glass on the layup.
Gilgeous-Alexander.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Celtics. Outside Tatum. Three-pointer off the mark. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Tatum. And stolen by Holmgren.
And they have to know that any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
To the inside. Gets it down to single digits. Every trip up the floor gets more and more important.
Yes, indeed. They badly want to stop the bleeding here.
Pass to White. Back to Tatum. The drive by Holiday. Off the mark. And so it's Boston with the W. This one was a fun one to watch.
Yeah, SGA out killing me with me on phone now. I'm killing me with me. Shit, I'm a damn now. Nah, I'm gonna play some more. Fuck it. We gonna play some more.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. A battle in the Western Conference. This Houston crowd hoping to watch their Rockets come out on top. Here's Thompson, and it's Thompson in the jam.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
Oh, here's Edwards. Nick Daniels up top. Pass to Randall. Takes it inside. 6 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Here's Thompson. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. And McDaniels with the block. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by McDaniels.
None of that shit no more.
About a minute played so far here in the first.
Not just a man Thompson
and now
shit.
the Timberwolves on the break. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. Now Randall. And it's blocked by Şengün. And here's Green outside. And rebounded by McDaniels.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Elijah Wan, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Here's Edwards. Oh, and he misses the dunk. On offense, here are the Rockets. Trailing by 2. Thompson with the bucket.
It helps that Thompson can score
so many times to score, bro.
To the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
Here's Edwards, and he lays it straight in. Edwards got his second basket of the game.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
And so Edwards will bring it up for Minnesota. And it's blocked by Şengün. Thompson inside. Pass to Şengün. They kick it out to Green. Back to Şengün. Stolen by Reed. And here's the fast break. Randall leading it all the way. And stolen by Thompson. And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody back. Outside Green. And a wide open look for Whitmore. Good. And it's Green picking up the assist.
And this is crucial to Whitmore's development, wanting to continue to improve as a scorer.
Pass to DiVincenzo. And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I caught up with Coach Ime Udoka, Their team's main focus tonight? Well, it starts with All-Star Anthony Edwards. He said Ant is an incredible player. He's so physical. We have to throw multiple bodies at him. It's got to be a team effort to keep Edwards in check. An ambitious game plan. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. And both free throws good for Green. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
And he banks in the layup.
Freddie VanVleet runs an offense the way it's supposed to be run. Pretty pass there.
McDaniels. Great defense that time from Şengün. Down low. And Şengün throws it down.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Here's Gobert. No shortage of scoring here at the end.
Need to make this shit like this, like when you get that animation, they need to make speed that shit up a little bit.
The Timberwolves.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition.
Rudy and Conley are not needed.
You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
And they recover it. And Gobert throws it down.
My goodness, a little
Needed for that shit right there.
A little extra on it, Mr. Gobert.
And there's the call on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, the Timberwolves. 4-point game. Pass to Smith. A reverse. Out to Brooks.
What the fuck?
Now VanVleet. To the middle. 6 on the shot clock. Offensive rebound.
What the
they
fuck?
Shoot again. Smith, no luck. Timberwolves trail by 4. To the inside. And slam dunk by Gobert.
The assist.
I love that Rudy left no doubt. Show off that power, Rudy.
VanVleet with it. Still yet to score. Here's Smith. And it's Smith finishing it off.
Great chemistry between two teammates. Love the passing.
Greg, what's the key thing Fred VanVleet brings to this offense?
I feel like he's really a centering presence for Kevin. The guys can look to him to call the play, to give them their orders, and trust that he's setting them up for success.
Back to Şengün. That falls. Great assist by VanVleet. And it's 6 points for Şengün.
Well, Fred VanVleet is the prototypical floor general, and he just puts that pass exactly where it needs to be.
Right side, Conley. Back to McDaniel. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws of this game. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate
Conley can't even pass Fred.
tells me this guy's a terrible defender. But the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And it's off from three-point range. With the crossover, Edwards. Thompson with the rebound.
you know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers. Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
Oh, here's Edwards. He has 6.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Free throw good, Edwards. You hear, Doris, people now calling Anthony Edwards one of the faces of the NBA. I'm assuming you'd agree.
100% agree, because the skills are extraordinary. The development in his decision-making has gone leaps and bounds from where it was. Beyond that, Kevin, he's a lockdown defender, one of the best competitors, fearless in the big moments, and one of the most charismatic young men in the league today. This guy is spectacular. Well, you see Julius Randle striking from wherever the defense concedes it. That's nicely done.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it too, so I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David.
And when you watch Whitmore, he's much bigger than your average wing. Creates a different type of matchup.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Now here's Thompson. Anthony Edwards unable to get his last shot to go in. Thompson, left side. Houston needs to get a shot. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Timberwolves ball.
The Timberwolves trail. Outside Edwards. And then jammed down as it goes right over Jalen Green.
How about the handle of Anthony Edwards? So much tighter. That is so good.
Thompson in the corner. Green inside. Can't hit from in close. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. And so it's tied as we head to halftime. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
The Timberwolves, 27.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Here's McDaniels. Lobbed up there for Edwards. And stolen by Şengün. And here we go. And Whitmore throws it down.
Oh, man. When Cam Whitmore throws it down, you feel bad for the rim.
Edwards looking it over. Knocks it loose. Houston in the lead. Thompson left side. The layup missed. Here's Edwards. No good with the layup.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Bobbed up there, Edwards up high.
Anthony Edwards showing you, yes, I am a vertical threat at the rim.
Thompson with it. Now defended by Randall. Outside, Green. Minnesota with the rebound. Over in the corner, McDaniels. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Here's Thompson. Softly drops in the floater. Thompson's got 12 in the game.
And this one has been all about Amen Thompson, a freakish athlete. When he gets rolling, there's just not much a defender can do.
And Randall throws it down.
That nigga just driving on Jaden McDaniels like that nigga. Jalen Green.
Yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. Now here's McDaniels. He has 5. And Edwards slams it in.
How about that handle? The dribble drive by Anthony Edwards, so tough.
Rockets trailed by 6. Outside, Green. Shoots the 3. DiVincenzo with the rebound. It's stolen by Eason. From deep, Green bangs home the trifecta. Green's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. .143 left to play in the third. Here's Edwards. Inside, Edwards finishes strong.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
Thompson misses. Timberwolves leading by 5. Left side, Edwards. Pass to Randall. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Edwards with it. Back to Randall. 5 to shoot. To the paint. Here's McDaniels. Not going to go that time. Good D by Thompson. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Houston. There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter of the game.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Outside, Edwards. Inside. Now, here's DiVincenzo. Great tee that time from Green. And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Both teams will make substitutions. And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
There's the three. Randall grabs the board. Up top, Edwards. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Jeff Green picks one up, and this will be his second and third shots at the line here.
Weekend, I'm going to set up charges and shit.
84% success rate on his foul shots, so he was a guy they were always happy to see at the line.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He notched 8 points in the quarter and had
the Timberwolves 43.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Rockets trailed by 7. Thompson looking for an opening. And then jammed down as he goes right over Anthony Edwards.
And he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
To the left side wing. It's Randall with the drive. It's Edwards on the wing. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
Great contest by the defender, but that's a dunk you've got to put down in his face.
A whole selfless play right there from Green. He's all about getting it to the open man.
Here's Reed. To the middle. And stolen by Şengün. Here's Whitmore. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
This nigga AI Şengün playing lanes, folks.
60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Outside Edwards. Oh, he touched it while it was in the cylinder. It's offensive basket interference. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
They've shown no let-up. Penetration, knife it inside. The defense has to tighten it up if they want to slow this team down.
And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Trailing by 5. And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. During the last break, got to listen in on Ime Udoka's huddle with his team. Now, he talked about keeping confidence. He said, this game is close, but we know we're the better team. Now it's time to go out there and prove it. See if they can come back in this one, guys.
Thanks, David. Edwards with it. Now defended by Şengün. On the wing, DiVincenzo. And Edwards with the stuff.
Oh, guys, the agility, the hops, everything about Anthony Edwards, so good athletically.
Tipped away. It's stolen by Randall. Back to DiVincenzo. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. DiVincenzo's got the lead up to 9 now for the Timberwolves. Here's Thompson. Julius Randle with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Edwards with confidence.
Get up out of here, my boy. It's over
Anthony
with.
Edwards getting into that pull-up game. Nicely done.
They're having trouble stopping this run.
And the more trips they continue to come up empty, the more the pressure builds on them.
Thompson for the triple. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Here's DiVincenzo. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And Anthony Edwards plays with joy, and you love to see him get his teammates involved. Pretty pass.
And some nice passing there by Houston. And he gets
That's a good defense, man.
Coming up.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The first one falls.
False up foul, man.
And he makes both free throws. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's Edwards. It's rebounded by Şengün.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Sinks the three-pointer.
Green knows that he needs to take and make threes at a good clip. Nice shot there.
.137 left here in the fourth quarter. Edwards flashing inside.
You know, he's flat fueling their success. Most of the offense has gone through him.
Here's Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end, but right now the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Second team foul.
124 left to play in the final quarter. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. It's rebounded by Houston.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
And Edwards with the stuff.
Edwards.
And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Timberwolves.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Anthony Edwards.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
That one misses.
Well, he got the important one to go. Their lead should be safe now.
We're making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
From deep, Green, and rebounded by McDaniels. And so Edwards will bring it up for Minnesota. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. And an intentional foul right there.
You know, give them credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
And Edwards drops them both. They need this. Green drives in. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. It's off. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. This was a very strong showing for him.
Only niggas know how to play with up on that team. I mean, Thompson, bro, that shit's sad. Oh no. Ant-Man. That's all I got to say, man. Ant-Man. Yeah, that nigga had 16 up in the fourth quarter. Goddamn. If I wanted to, I really could have scored like 40 with his ass. We gonna roll one more. Fuck it. Let's do it. But why is everybody playing with the Rockets today, folks? Like, I'm not going for none of that shit, man. Respectfully. I was as well. He didn't want to go against them niggas. Damn, I think I bust your head before Jay Snipes. Who you got, fool? Who you got, folks? Oh, you got patience. All right, but hold on. I'm not sure what you mean. Hold on. Got these niggas, man. Folks now. Hey, what a different color game so I can throw in these blue joints. Oh, Neil is already pushed already and shit.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. Now here's Halliburton. The three. The shot off that time.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
And Doris, who can forget the 2016 Cavs, the team that brought Cleveland their first NBA title?
And not just basketball. The city hadn't won a championship, BA, in any sport for over 50 years. And for LeBron, a homegrown talent, to do that with Kyrie, that is a team that will always have a special place in Northeast Ohio lore.
And here are the Cavaliers now. Down low. Here's Mobley. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Well, we call that a high percentage shot for Mr. Evan Mobley. He gets after it in there.
There's a screen by Turner. Halliburton with the ball. Now guarded by Mobley. Pass to Siakam. There's a screen by Turner. The three is up. It's good. And give the assist to Siakam.
Well, you just love how Miles Turner goes right up with it, right? No hesitation, catch and shoot.
Mitchell drives in. Halliburton with the steal. Siakam outside. Outside for Halliburton. Pass to Nembhard. From outside the arc. Another three for Indiana.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Halliburton with the steal. And here's Siakam for three. Connects from downtown.
This is a guy with size and range. You cannot let Pascal Siakam get those kinds of looks from deep.
The rebound by Tyrese Halliburton.
If you try something like that, you better be sure to complete it.
And certain guys are just solid with what they do. Doris, I think that applies to Andrew Nembhard.
Yeah, I think it does, B.A., because whenever he's out there, there's the steadying presence he brings. And that is while competing at a high level on the defensive end. His competitive toughness might be his best attribute. You can see the kind of confidence Donovan Mitchell has in that handle. His ability to navigate off the dribble drive. Nice.
Now here's Halliburton. On the take. There's Nesmith with the three. Gets the three ball to go. Nesmith's got 6.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
To the middle. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
What an incredible athlete this guy is. Okoro rises up and finishes with force.
Nesmith on the wing. Back to Halliburton. Siakam outside. Just 5 on the clock. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Cavaliers trail by 7. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. I asked him if there was a plan in place to slow down Halliburton. And Coach joked, hey, if a plan existed, somebody smarter than me would have come up with it. Tyrese impacts the game in too many ways for us to neutralize. We just need to do what we can to make life difficult for him.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Three-pointer Mathurin. And he buries his first look.
Boy, a lot of confidence to Mathurin's game. That efficiency has to get better, but he is not shy.
To the inside. Here's Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
There is no doubt what's going to happen once he reaches the rim.
Pass to Turner. And there's a defensive 3-second call.
Bro, what the fuck is they doing, folks?
And Doris, you think about the advantage for Jared Allen with that 7'6" wingspan.
The BA, this guy is a massive presence in the paint. He's got length, he's got intellect, and he's got incredible anticipation and timing. The other thing is he can absolutely step out on the perimeter and keep a ball handler in front. He is a special defender.
And it's good for 2.
Man, that was fast. They're already up by double digits.
Wow, they've come out strong. Control the pace, assert their will. Nice.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. McConnell outside. Pass to Mathurin. There's Nesmith with the 3. And the 3-pointer goes. Nesmith's got 10 points in the game.
And early on, they've been on a tear. just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
There's a screen. Halliburton for three. And again, it's Indiana with a three.
Their ability to space the floor has been the story of this game.
And what surprises me is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that three-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
The Pacers, 27.
Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Pacers?
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
Oh, my goodness, a little force from Donovan Mitchell off his feet in a hurry.
Pass to Mathurin. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Graham. Is the league too offensive at the moment, you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend, and now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
Now here's Mobley. 6 to shoot. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. And here's Hunter for three. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. On the wing, Mathurin. The shot. Hunter with the rebound. Cavaliers trail by 11. Double team on Mitchell. Mikata with a steal. Here we go. Three-pointer Mathurin. Strus with a defensive effort. And Cleveland has possession. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
The Cavaliers have great size up front. They have Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, who said, we have each other's backs. That's the advantage of having 2 7-footers. If you blow by the first one, there's a second one waiting for you. Brian, they'll make it tough.
No doubt. Waves and waves of length inside. Thanks, Allie.
He's got that guard quickness. Mathurin showing off his catch-and-shoot ability.
And it's Mitchell. The miss.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Halliburton outside. Back to McConnell. Walker for three. Another three for Indiana.
No hesitation. Nice work by Walker, not overthinking it.
A strong move by Mitchell inside.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But Grant, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, B.A., it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too.
Now here's Mitchell. He's got 10.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
And Walker, here we go. Outside Mathurin. Fires from deep. Mobley grabs the board. The Cavaliers trail by 11. Here's Hunter. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Pacers leading by 9.
Substitution on the court.
Nembhard outside. Outside Mathurin. Puts it up. That one drops. 3 for 6 now.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Outside Strus. And here's Hunter from the arc. Drains the triple. Hunter's got 7 points in the game.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Nembhard with it. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly and capitalizing.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
Siakam, no good. Hunter with the ball. He's picked up by Nembhard. Outside for Mitchell. Oh, Donovan Mitchell, just electric.
The Spider is attacking right now. Very few guys can score it as quickly or as easily. Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Now here's Mitchell. He's got 12. Strus's shot is off. Now here's Nembhard. Pass to Turner. Here's the 3. No luck on that one. And so it's the Indiana Pacers finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. We'll be back in a moment. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. So it's the Cavaliers now. 8-point game. Here's Mitchell. And Mitchell with the slam.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there. Nembhard puts it up. Turner for 3. Sinks it from distance. Turner's got 6.
I'll tell you, for a big man with his length, Miles Turner shoots it well from deep. This guy outstanding.
Oh, Donovan Mitchell. He's got springs in those legs.
Donovan Mitchell has the ball on a string. Any spot on the floor, wherever he wants to go, yes, he can get there.
Pass to Siakam. Back to Halliburton. Siakam outside. 6 on the shot clock. There's Nesmith with the 3. And he can't get that one.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Well, you look at Evan Mobley, Doris. So agile for his size.
This is a young man, Brian, with so much upside. Defensively, he can guard on the perimeter, slides his feet, keeps his balance, contests without fouling, and he's growing every repetition on the offensive end. I can't wait to see his future.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Pacers leading by 5. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Outside Nesmith. Halliburton outside. He's off on the layup. And so it's Garland who brings up the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. The kick to Hunter. Back to Garland. Sinks that one from the post. Garland's got his first points of the game.
Well, the toughness of Darius Garland on display. Wants to finish through contact and get the bucket.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Brian, Miles Turner, the 11th pick by the Pacers in 2015 for much of his career with the team. He's endured the trade rumors. He said, I've still got PTSD from that, but I wanted to be here in Indy. And last season, a renegotiation of his contract, giving him an extension and a raise. Brian, he is locked in as their starting center.
Yeah, it would appear so, Allie. Thank you. Back to Okoro. The shot misses. Oh, nice D from Neesmith. Indiana leading by 3. Halliburton surveys the floor to snap the cold streak. Ooh, solid defense from Mitchell. Now the Cavaliers with it. Pass to Mobley. Out to Garland. And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Well, there's no question. Pascal Siakam has raised the ceiling of this Pacers team.
Yeah, absolutely. He complements Halliburton's up-tempo style very well. And defensively, he shores things up with his ability to guard 1 through 5.
Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And he hits it to tie the game. Garland's got 5 now.
You can really see their confidence growing as this game has gone on. They have reason to believe that.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
And here comes Cleveland. They're on an 11-3 run. Here's Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
The ease with which the game comes to Evan Mobley. My goodness, it's fun watching this guy play above the rim.
Halliburton misses. Right side Mitchell. Grown man points from...
What was that weak ass shit you was talking about, folks? Do I remember who? Do you remember me? Do you remember me, man?
Yeah, to start off with so many mistakes and still now find a way where everything's working, it allows their momentum.
Do you remember me, man? Do you remember me, man? Do you remember me? Do you remember me? Do you remember me?
Evan Mobley is truly a coach's dream. You get the
Do you remember me, man? Do you remember me, man?
The effort and the skill. And this all from a skinny 7-footer. Boy, his frame's going to fill out and the game becomes more dangerous.
Do you remember me, man?
2 from the line that time. And Doris, Cleveland looking to balance their roster.
Do you remember me, folks? That's all I'm going to ask for. Do you remember me, folks?
Because there's been some positional overlap, particularly in the front court. And this is where roster construction truly matters in the league. Well, you can see Miles Turner has great confidence in that jump shot. There's no hesitation.
Remember me? I don't remember you. Give me that.
One-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Oh, and Turner with a block.
Well, you're talking 6'11" and big-time length. Send it back, Mr. Turner.
Right side, Garland. Matherin with a steal. Well, it's been an exciting game for the offense.
You remember me, man.
Fourth quarter. Cavaliers ahead. They're up by 5. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break.
Do you remember him?
Do you remember him? Do you remember him?
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth.
Do you remember me?
Still anybody's ball game.
So I have to lock in, nigga. That's why.
Now McConnell. Outside Walker. Back to McConnell. Outside Matherin. Walker sets a screen. Shot's good by Matherin.
And Matherin is an impressive scorer. Skilled at
family screen and pop game.
Outside Mitchell. Pass to Okoro. Here's Mitchell. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
There's a reason teams put the ball in Donovan Mitchell's hands. This guy, you trust him to make the right play.
McConnell outside. Back to Toppin. McConnell outside.
That shit burned, don't it, gang?
Walker
that shit burned, don't it, folks? That shit burned, don't it?
Well, you can see why the defense dared him to shoot it. That's not really his spot.
From deep, Mitchell.
Eat that! You need to kill when you eat shit like this, nigga!
Three-point range.
Eat
Donovan
that!
Mitchell attacks with reckless abandon. He'll just keep firing, folks.
You was winning by like 15, I don't get no fuck. You was winning by 15, nigga. You was winning by 15, nigga. You was winning by 15, nigga. Fuck wrong with you? Goof ass nigga. Fuck wrong with you? Yo, lame ass. Nah, eat that. You hurt, ain't you? You hurt as hell after that shit, boy. I know that shit hurt, don't it? That shit burned, don't it? That shit burned, don't it? That shit burned, don't it? Fuck wrong with you, bitch?
Boy, shut the fuck up with your losing ass. Weak ass. Weak ass. Shut the fuck up, weak ass. It hurt, don't it? It hurt, don't it? It hurt, don't it? It hurt, don't it?
She laughing at your, she laughing at your lame ass. You laughing, she laughing at your lame ass. Fuck wrong with you? She laughing at your lame dumb ass.
As he talked with the team, and a big reason their team is down, the three-point line. Coach saying in the huddle, we have to battle on the perimeter. They're outplaying us from the arc. Guys?
Allie, thank you. This one for 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
Defensively, you can't afford to
face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy.
Eat that. Eat that. Eat that.
Oh, not the
you lied up on yourself. You need to lay down and die to that game. You just lied on yourself. You don't give a fuck about yourself.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to
Eat that.
walk through possessions. What's going on out there?
You thought this shit was sweet, didn't you? You thought this shit was sweet. You thought this shit was sweet.
That would not be sustainable.
Yeah, Coach Carlisle prodded them to at least get to average on the defensive end. And there's no
thought this shit was sweet.
Have the tools to do it.
A good look from Turner.
I'm not in no zone, gang.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just
that's sad. You need to go get some money then. So you shouldn't. That ain't no flex. Eat that.
Good. Mitchell making the play.
You ain't tell you there's levels to this shit, boy. There's levels to this shit, boy. There's levels to this shit, boy. To this shit. There's levels to this shit. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, video game is levels. It's levels. It's levels. You do this shit 24/7, you still can't fuck with me. It's levels to this shit. It's levels to this shit.
He'll shoot 3.
He hits the second from the line.
Levels to all this shit, nigga. Real life too, you can't fuck with me in real life either.
Quite remarkable. This guy, an exceptional player on both sides of the floor.
Cause you said a video game, anything. Anything.
This shit get real spooky in Meek America. Meek 28 face screaming in fear.
You hear me, Meek? It's spooky up in Meek America, nigga.
Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Siakam outside.
It get real spooky up in Meek America, nigga.
Pass to Turner. From downtown. They get it again.
These ass spankers. These ass spankers. I'm showing you what's spooky.
Clock at 6. Puts up a 3. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the 3-point bucket. But he'll hit
this shit gets spooky, man. Brick.
It's going to be on Isaac Okoro. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from.
Come to the stream and they'll tell you. I ain't got to do too much talking, man. Come to the stream and they'll tell you what gets spooked.
Working the ball inside and doing whatever it takes to get it to go.
And so Garland will bring it up for Cleveland. They've led by as much as 10. Oh, stolen by Turner.
Know that.
Outside Neesmith. Siakam outside.
Wow, what the fuck do that mean? I do too, nigga.
In the fourth quarter here. Nice shot by Turner.
Wow, Miles Turner understanding it's my time because it's big time.
Here's Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
I tell you, important moment for Evan Mobley. Meeting the moment with a big shot. That's big time.
You said like that shit supposed to mean some shit. What the fuck did that supposed to mean?
Moment here. He's not taking any chances.
Shit is PlayStation. It's 2K. It's 2K. It's 2K.
Pass to Turner. Nimhard with it.
We can do whatever you want to do though, folks. It ain't that deep, though. I wish you sound goofy as hell trying to beef with a nigga over 2K, nigga. You not like that for real. Stop that. Eat that. Eat that. Eat that.
Boy, how about the blinding speed in transition?
Come on, Gerald Gray, you not on shit. You not on shit. You not on shit. I ain't worried about none of that shit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Indiana again.
I don't know shit.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
That ain't fanning out. Shit, come show me then, fuck.
Outside Mitchell.
Oh, I'm scared. Fuck up out of here. Eat that, bitch. Fuck out the game, man.
Finishing the game.
Y'all weak ass, lame ass niggas up on this shit. Eat this L, nigga. Take your L, nigga.
Question. They've got hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play
You right.
on a team level.
I know.
Kicks it out to Siakam.
I know. You got it, tough guy. You got it, tough guy. You got it, tough guy.
Here's Halliburton. Nimhard with it. Let's go with a three.
You got it.
It's
good. You got it, tough guy. You got it, tough guy.
And so they foul intentionally.
Do what you gotta do, folks. Do what you gotta do, gang. Do what you gotta do, folks. I'm not worried about none of that shit, folks. I'm not worried about none of that shit, bro. Bro, eat this L, gang. Eat this L, folks. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me, folks. I'm not worried about that.
And it's an 8-point ball game.
If you want to get on some real life shit, folks, hit my line, folks. I'll send you my number. If you really want to get it too, I'll send you my number. We can do this shit the real way. We ain't gotta be on PlayStation doing that shit, folks.
Well, maybe
Eat this L, man.
After the game because this
Eat
one
this
is
L, man.
Halliburton on the wing.
Give me that.
By Mobley.
You was a fucking goofy. Stop talking to me, you fucking goofy. You was a goofy. You was a little ass boy, folks.
And so it's the
Eat that, boy. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.
They really were being
Fuck wrong with you?
with great intensity on both ends of the
I am
floor,
decent.
and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce.
Hey, that's the one to get off on, gang. On bro. Look at that. 15-point lead, folks. 15-point lead, folks. Fucking trash ass little boy. Donovan Mitchell, 27 out there up on his weak ass. Stop fucking playing with me, man. Weak ass little boy. Like this one come up. You see it though? These ones decent though.
See, just because them falling out, that's not, you're not closed up. You're not
No, I'm not telling. They not falling off. Man, let me get a belt to ass up in the chat, man. They know how this shit get, man.
in the
Keep your head up on a swivel. Real belt.
You know that Meech gang, nobody worry about these weak ass little boys up on this shit gang. What? No. Sorry. On phone, y'all know how this shit get though, man, but everybody be smooth, man. Y'all know we back up on this shit tomorrow later on phone now. Anyway, man, I'm out.